Hi guys, welcome to this video. We are going to be making a little Valentine's themed printing project this week. So this is going to be our background. So I would like you to copy what I have here. I felt like I didn't need to make a video of me doing this. You can just kind of follow along with each line. And I stuck with purple. If you want to change up the color, that's great. Or if you want to use a different one, that's perfectly fine. But you might want to just pause the screen so that you can copy what I did. And that's going to be our day one. Going to be showing you how to print using styrofoam. So you only need a styrofoam plate, or if you went out to eat, you can use the styrofoam from your container. And you can cut out either a circle or a rectangle. If you have a plate, I'm just going to kind of follow the edge here of the plate. And I'm going to cut that out quickly. You can throw away the extra styrofoam. And then you are going to need a ballpoint pen. That's really important. You don't want to use a pencil when doing this. Now I'm going to do the shape of a heart, kind of following a Valentine's Day theme. And so I'm going to draw my heart first, and I'm outlining it first, and then I'm going to draw pretty dark into the styrofoam. You want to make sure that you run your finger over it and that you can feel that there's like a difference between the surface and then where you're drawing into. So I'm going to start with my heart first, and then I'm going to break up the background and the heart, as you'll see, into some different shapes. You don't have to do quite as many as I did. I did quite a few, and it did take me quite a while, but it was fun coming up with different patterns and different shapes. So in a moment, you'll see that I'm going to start breaking up this background area, and I'm thinking of different lines, different patterns, different shapes that I can fit inside of each little box, and I'm trying to do different ones depending on where I've already drawn my shapes and lines. All right, so here's my finished printing plate, it's called. So again, I have my heart, I have my lines dividing up my space, and then I have all different patterns and shapes inside. Again, come up with your own ideas. I love seeing what you guys come up with all on your own. You don't have to do a heart. Maybe you want to start with like a circle or a square, and it's kind of up to you. I'm just going along with the Valentine's Day theme since it's Valentine's week. So I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. Okay, so for day 3, I'm going to have you guys use washable markers, and that's really important. You definitely want them to be washable. And you can color right on top of your styrofoam, which is kind of an interesting thing to do. And it might not look like the color is staying on there, but trust me, it definitely stays. So you can see I'm using one color, and I'm just kind of moving it around my plate over and over and over again until I'm kind of done with that color. I'm going to grab another color, and I'm going to keep doing that until I fill up my plate here, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to do with it in a little bit. Alright, so now that my plate is pretty much all the way filled up here, you're going to also need another sheet of paper today, and you're going to need a sponge with a little bit of water on the side. So you're going to see here in a second, I'm going to get out that piece of paper, and you're going to take the sponge and we're going to wet the paper with it. So you're going to want to squeeze out the water from the sponge. You don't want it too soaking wet. And you're going to see I'm going to kind of drag my sponge on my paper until my paper is kind of damp. And then what I'm going to do here is, in a minute, I'm going to put my plate right on top of that wet paper. Make sure you kind of hold it on the edges. You're going to give your plate a little massage. You can see I'm kind of closing my fist here. I'm trying not to move the plate though, because you want a nice clean print. Once I pull it off, my heart appears on my paper. How cool is that? Okay, so you'll see in a little bit here, you can do up to like 3 or 4 or 5 prints, however many you want to do. And maybe you want to switch out the colors. All you have to do is just kind of wash off your plate using the sponge, and you can go ahead and come up with a million different combinations for how you want your prints to look. Okay, so now that our paper is dry, I am going to cut out my prints from yesterday. You can see I have 3 here. Now, one of them, that orange and pink one, didn't really work out the best, so I'm not going to use that one. Sometimes that happens with printing. I'm just going to use 2 of my prints, and I'm going to use these for my project today. So you're going to want that background that you made the first day handy. And I'm just going to cut these out in a simple circle. All right, guys, so I'm going to play around with the layout just a little bit here. And that pink and orange one's just not really fitting on my project, so I'm just going to kind of scoot that one off to the side. Once you get a layout that you like, I'm going to glue these down just using some glue dots, and you have your cute Valentine's Day project. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's a little bit different than what we've been doing, so I wanted to kind of introduce you to a new way of making art. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with.